Welcome to 5 by Design with Ohloops. This is episode 9. It is Sunday. Yeah, Sunday, April 30th.
March 30th.
March 30th. Wow. I've put us a month ahead of time. Bring that back. March 30th. It's been a really long couple of weeks. Anyway, I'm Lydia, known as Lydia B on Ravelry, and you can find me elsewhere just as Ohloops on things like Twitter and Facebook. So
I'm Sarah Stevens, also known as Sarah Stevens on Facebook and Plurk and Sarah's Rab and Sarah Stevens 11 on Twitter.
yes.
But I'm not on there as much as I should be. That's my goal though, is to get more techie. I've been having that conversation. Like, I need a phone that actually does something. And people laugh when they say, all phones take pictures. They don't.
I want to get on Instagram. That's
me
my
too.
Because I keep seeing all these
That's why
cool
I need an iSomething.
Instagram things, and I don't have an Instagram.
And there's like this whole yarny world on
yeah.
Instagram.
Yes.
And people are doing Instagram alongs.
That's cute.
I'm not even joking.
That's
and
cute.
I want to be a part of that. So, anyways, off topic. Tangent.
Yes.
Squirrel.
So we have a ton of information for you guys. We will try to get it all into one episode. If that doesn't happen, we will split it into 2. We'll see what we can accomplish.
We're gonna do our best.
Yes, it's been a busy couple of weeks, and we have done a lot of things in those last few weeks.
Well, that's happened.
So you said you had a thank you.
Oh, I do. The girls from Innis Knit, they gave me a shout out. I gave them some patterns. Well, I gave them a pattern each. The electric slides, because Sarah had commented on them and said she liked them. So I sent them to them, and her and Christy gave me a shout out on the last episode.
Very cool. Yes, and they just recently joined the Ohloops group, so thank you for that as well. Yeah.
But I think that's the think. That's it. Maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't think of any other ones that we have.
It's been a long 3 weeks.
It's
If
not
I
a thank
forgot
you.
anybody,
Yeah.
we'll add it in show notes.
We will.
I'm so sorry.
It's not a thank you, but we do have a little shout out of our own to our youngest viewer, Cameron.
Yes.
Hi, Cameron.
Hi, Cameron.
Now you get to be famous just like your mom.
Yep.
Because we said your name.
Yes.
Yes. So we have a young viewer. His name is Cameron, and he comments all the time that he thinks his mom is famous because we say her name. So we wanted to say his name too. So. Do you want to jump in with knitting?
Sure.
All right.
Yeah. Okay. Finished fibers.
I have a ton of
Do you want to go first then? Do
Sure.
you want to just do one on one?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do that. You go. Are you still knitting? I can go. I can do one.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. I don't have a ton. Maybe I don't have a ton. I finally finished my shawl.
Yay! It's so
not
pretty,
blocked.
you guys. I'm
But
obsessed
it's
with
big.
how pretty it is.
So, I'm hoping to block this guy. Oh, it looks really funny with multiple scarves. Block this guy and maybe wear it next week. It's kind of fun.
Very
bright.
Cool. It is fun. Okay.
And this was Free Spirit by Libby Blossom. And I think it's a free pattern. Don't quote me on that. I think it is, though. And it was for her Do You Indie Club from a Grand Yard.
Mm-hmm.
So.
I love it. It looks beautiful.
Yeah, I love it too. And it's fast and it's easy and it took one skein. And I bound off really early because, as you'll hear later on, I've got 9 million projects that are going to start going. So I needed to get as many things off the needles as possible. So literally last night, I bound off 2 rows. I was supposed to go like 18 rows. I just bound it off. All done!
It's like, yeah, and I'm done.
All done with
I
that.
get that way sometimes too.
Yeah, so.
That's how I was with this project, but I will show you guys a little while. Yeah, there's something. My first finished object is actually the one I'm wearing.
So cute.
This is a Jane Richmond pattern. This is her Marion. And I actually, this particular skein of yarn I bought when we were at Tolt over the Vogue weekend. And I kind of just fell in love with it. I almost bought 2. And I wish I would have bought 2 because it would have been fun to make an even bigger one because I'm obsessed with it. But it's the Laguna Negra colorway. It's these really fun like grays and this fun
Mustard.
like goldeny mustard. Yeah, I'm loving it. So, but yeah, that's the
I'm
Marion,
really jealous.
the Marion pattern. It is free. It was super fun. I did, I cast on more stitches than it called for. I don't remember how many. I think it's on my project notes though. So I can't remember how many it was. But I'm loving it. I've worn it twice already. It was really fast. I started it one night and finished it the next afternoon. So yeah, it was good. Fascinating. Yeah. I'm really liking it, and I'm obsessed with the color of it. So that was my first one. Do you have another one? Shh.
Yes.
You do. She does have another one. I have the same one that she has. Mine's
Hers
bigger.
is the right size. Okay, so here's where you really should read the pattern. You really should not just skim the pattern. You should actually read the pattern. And then once you read it, you should retain that information. And if you don't, you should reread the pattern.
Possibly.
And not just guess. So we made these cute hats.
We did. Mine is the right size. Floppy.
Mine's baby size.
It's so cute though.
It is cute. Pause. My doorbell just rang unexpectedly. So that's the difference. Right there. So mine makes a really cute baby hat.
It's beautiful though. The colorway worked out really well. It's beautiful.
And I even got this really awesome button to go with it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Which I think just kind of made the hat.
Yeah, this is the Of Creatures pattern, you guys, that we did from Caitlin French. Here's my only things with the pattern. I liked it. I like how easy the pattern was. It truly was a very fast, easy knit. I think this is
Cute
great
little plate, too.
for...
Sorry. What are you doing? I don't know.
I think this is a great hat for kids, truly. Even a normal size, it's great for, like, my daughters both can wear it and it's awesome. I have to bobby pin this thing to my head to get it to stay.
It was
Because
really
there's
funny on the way to Vogue.
The pattern didn't call for any sort of ribbing. I actually decided to add a couple rows, but
I did
it
too.
still didn't really help it stay on my head. So, a super cute hat, super fast, great, I think, for kids.
Read the directions.
And for people like Caitlin who have that awesome, beautiful hair and can pin the hat to her head to make it look good. Awesome. Yeah, so... Hat! Not... The pattern didn't call for a rib, so I added that, but...
I'm Batman!
Seriously hysterical. Okay. This hat didn't fit me very well. I had to bobby pin it to my head to keep it to stay, and even that didn't really work very well for me. So, I have given this to my children. My daughters wear it, and it's a cute slouchy hat on them.
I don't know who will get this hat.
Some very adorable little baby head.
Some very cute baby.
Mm-hmm.
And then somebody will need to make a swing coat to go with this because it would be absolutely adorable.
Totally. Yes. Could you imagine if they had like a little burgundy like petticoat?
It'd be adorable.
It'd be beautiful.
With little curly hair. So, there you go. That's the new stipulation. Baby, lots of curly hair.
Yes.
We'll get this.
So Sarah and I have both finished our designer along projects, neither which we will wear. I won't wear mine. She won't wear hers. So, I liked the pattern though. It was a good pattern. Easy knit. I don't not recommend it. So, yeah, I would knit it if you're looking for an easy hat. So, and maybe it'll fit on your head better than it has decided to fit on mine. So, yeah. Do you have any other ones? I have one more.
No? Nope.
Okay. I have one.
Nope, I don't.
I finished the shawl. Woohoo! It's all crinkly because it's been in my bag.
Since we got home.
Yeah, pretty much. I finished it. So, I love it. I love how it knit up. Yes, I think Sarah's colorway was beautiful for this pattern. I didn't do 3 lace sections. I chose to only do 2. And then I didn't do as many rows on the top because I had no more yarn.
Poor patience.
This is also true. I was done knitting it. Here's my thing though, guys. The picture looks giant size. If you've gone on and looked at the pattern picture, this part of the shawl looks huge. So she's either got some extremely stretchy yarn and blocked the poop out of this thing, or she's used more yarn than she says. Because I have no yarn left. I think maybe enough to do a square on my blanket. Maybe. Possibly. And that's it. It's not as big as hers.
Cameras are deceiving.
And I even went...
They make objects appear bigger than they are.
Not knitted objects. And I even went longer than she said. So, something's amiss. But, either way, I really do love it. Again, I also recommend this pattern. So,
It's cute.
yes, I love it. I would knit it again.
And you wore it.
I did. I wore it to Vogue. It's in pictures.
It is in pictures.
And people commented on it. It was funny. We were commenting at Vogue that it's like the one place you could be that creepy stalker and come up and touch people. And it's okay. Because people are like coming up and touching everybody. Like, ooh, what was that? And what did you knit? And ooh,
Or the
what
best
yarn
part
is
is
it?
you're like, oh, I made that out of this, and that's this pattern by such and such. And people are like,
yeah.
totally understand. It's the
It was
lingo.
awesome.
It was great. They all
It was
understood
fun.
it.
Yeah. So, that's my last one.
I liked it. Well, that's good.
That's it. Yeah, that's
So
it.
that's not as much as I was assuming.
Well,
That's
it's a lot
better.
for me. I didn't
It is
have
a
any.
lot.
2 weeks ago. So I finished 3 things. That's big for me.
Yeah.
And I have a hoe that I'm almost done with. I get to use it now. I have a hoe.
I have a hoe also.
Yay!
Yes. So I'll show you my hoe. Sorry. That's really funny to me.
We've had a little bit of coffee.
It's not wine. It's
No.
coffee. In case you were all wondering. So, I think I showed you guys this sock.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm working on the ribbing of this sock. So then I will be done.
Done with some socks.
Done, done, done. Yes.
Sweet.
They need to be done. I'm pretty excited about getting them off the needles because this pattern is going to be knit again as soon as they're off the needle.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Yes, yes.
So that's my first whip.
My first whip I'm working on. These are the Asheville boot toppers. I feel like I'm just a bad knitting person this week. Aside from this particular cowl, I haven't been 100% satisfied with the way things turn out. Like I said, I love my shawl. I will wear it. I wear it a lot. I've worn it twice now. I'm disappointed that it's not as big as it looked in the picture. Boot toppers. Okay. My yarn is fuzzy. And for those of you that know me, that drives me crazy. So they're
Quite
fuzzy.
a bit of a halo.
Yeah, they are fuzzy. I kind of knew you weren't going to be able to see the pattern because I was using variegated, so I knew that. So that part doesn't bug me. But there's supposed to be 5 of these repeats. I gave up after 2.
I was going to say, dude, this is like the smallest boot topper. This is Emma's, right? Emma's going to get this?
No, because
Oh.
that's the other thing. I have big calves, so I decided to go up and do, not the extra small, but the small size, thinking it would be good. They're even big on me. I'm not 100% sure that with the thickness and the size of them that they're even going to fit in my boots. So, I don't know. But, I may try this pattern again with a yarn that is more of a solid, because the lace pattern is really pretty.
It's pretty.
You just can't see it. And they are very fuzzy, and that is going to drive me bonkers. But, here they are. This is the two yarns that I was playing with. It's the one kind of hand spun that I got from a Grand Yarn for ski school, and then one of our Donegal socks. So that's still attached to something?
Yeah. So, I'm ripping this out as I talk to you all. This has been 4 different projects. Started out to be boot toppers. Then I was going to make a hat. Then I realized that I really did want to finish. I didn't want to be a ski school dropout, so I can't make a hat. So I've just finished ripping out the hat. I've determined a pattern. And I have all of today. It's 6 o'clock at night right now. The rest of today and all of tomorrow to finish and post a picture of them. And I'm going to do Megan's from Stockinette Zombies slippers. They're out of worsted weight yarn. This is bulky. I don't care. They look fast.
I don't care.
And I think I can do it. I think I can make it work. So hopefully...
I love that you can seriously knit a pair of slippers between now and tomorrow.
that is what that is
Like
going to be.
Energizer Bunny.
And it's going to be cute. And they're going to be fun and funky apple green and hot pink slippers. And I'm going to give them to Vanessa. And they are going to go in her Easter basket. And they are going to be very cute. And it will work. And it will all happen like described.
Mm-hmm. I have faith in you. I'm not denying that you can do it. I just think it's
They've
kinda
been
nuts.
4 projects.
They have.
4. 2 different boot toppers and 2
one of us
different
has been
hats.
overly happy with this particular project.
And I love this yarn. This is Sweet Georgia.
And I loved my yarn.
I love this colorway. Not sold. I have one more width. Do you have one more width?
Yes.
Okay.
It's nothing new and it's nothing major. I got 2 more squares on my blanket done.
Ooh. I haven't done any squares on my blanket.
I have to find it.
Mainly because I've been
Oh,
doing
and I have
everything else.
I did more stuff. I have Joel's scarf. I've been working
You
on
made
his
progress.
I have. I've been working on his scarf. So I will show that too. Pull my needles out. That looked like I was performing surgery there. It's kind of scary.
It's very intricate.
It was. So I've done these 2 squares. They're very...
I love how bright it is!
It's starting to get brighter. We've moved on from the browns. We're now pulling in a lot of the fun blues and stuff. So it's getting brighter. It's fun.
And I still love that you can club,
Yeah.
club, club,
Yeah.
club.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I love it.
I was commenting the other day because there's only 3, and I didn't do this on purpose. So the only 3 colorways on here that are not ours are this one, and this one, and they're all in a row. And the only one of ours that Sarah did not dye is that one. Like all the rest of them are colorways that you've dyed. Like,
That's so funny.
got a Sarah colorways going on.
That's hysterical.
Yeah. So I thought that was kind of
That's
so
really funny to me.
But yeah. So,
That makes me laugh.
so I got 2 more of those done.
I like it.
Yeah, so
I'm
not
excited.
I wanted to do more. Like I had this I'm gonna get a bunch of them done, but I pulled all my yarn out and I'm sitting there looking at it and I can't make a management decision on what needs to go next.
That's
so
when you just kind of go, eeny, meeny, miny,
know.
go.
I know.
Just
it
do
should.
it.
But
Just do it.
that type A part of my brain went into overdrive. And I did. I sat there for probably a good half hour with several
Hairs are all
probably
itchy.
12 different colorways sitting around it, and my husband came in a half hour later and goes, "You still didn't choose one?" I'm like, "What?" He goes, "It's just a colorway. What is wrong right now?" I don't know.
It's just
I don't know what should go next. I have.
Some of you guys are rocking the blankets though.
I know.
I have not physically been on and commented on anything on Rav in forever, but I do get to go in and I go read your guys' posts and look at your pictures. And some of your guys' blankets are getting freaking
Julie, you have a ton.
It's huge.
It's awesome. Stacy's too. Stacy's is big too.
Yep, they're huge.
And Mel, you can totally make both people's and squares. You can do it.
Yes, you can. And you know
I
what?
have faith in you.
That slow-mo pattern.
So cute.
Okay, I need that pattern. So if anybody finds out when that pattern is no longer only available to that little package, they have to PM me. Like immediately. Because I want to make that slow-mo so badly.
So cute.
So badly.
Mm-hmm.
I love him. He's so cute. And the colorway that Mel used, the last colorway, the really fun bright ones.
So she's made a bunch of little critters.
I want that!
It's so cute. Yeah, I don't know what it is.
I need
but...
it. I actually need to go look and see
I know,
who she got it from, and
Okay.
I need to have my own, and it may just become lots of little things or something.
Yeah, it's cute.
I love it. A lot.
It is cute.
A lot. My last whip. I'm making
Oh, it looks so good.
the Hannah Fettig's Fingerweight cardigan. I know. It's so funny.
She bought this when we were at
Featherweight
Ohloops.
cardigan. Yep. So,
Funny.
I know. Even funnier is if you knew my tank top color right now was actually the color.
Same color.
Anyways. This
Yeah,
is what I got
it's-
going on so far. I am just striping this, and it's made out of
I
Rowan
love it.
tweed. So I finally separated from my arms,
I love it.
and this tweed is not a lace. It's like a thick and thin in places, and it's really fun. I'm getting a kick out of it. I have this color left, and it's like this copper kind of color. It is different from this mustard. And then I have more gray, like the light gray. And then I have this color. And it's like this khaki color. And I'm striping it. So the sweater is going charcoal, light gray, mustard, light gray, and then it'll be the next color, and I think it's khaki, light gray, and then it'll end with the copper color. Or maybe I have those two switched. And then I'm going to pick up and all the way around with our Donegal sock. And I'm over dyeing a skein of Donegal sock that I have in like this light khaki color. I'm going to dye it, I think, like over dye it in a gray.
That's going to be so pretty.
So it'll be different. It'll be different weights and it'll be different yarn. But the majority of the sweater is knit out of Rowan. It's the Rowan tweed. And I've never knit with Rowan before, so I had to knit with it. So when we were at Tolt, this is what I got. Yeah. Rowan fine tweed. It's 100% wool. Each ball is 25 grams.
It's going to be so cool. I love how it's turning out so far.
Me too. I love it a lot. So, yeah. Rowan is made in the United Kingdom, in England.
Very cool.
So, yeah. That is my last one. And I've been trying to get, here we are, 98 yards in each of these guys. So I know that I have less than what I'm supposed to have, but that's okay. I'm just kind of playing it by ear, and we'll go from there.
Well, and if you decide you want more, just let me know, because I'll do it.
Right.
Yeah, it's next weekend.
Right. Yeah, it was really inexpensive. I mean, it's like $6.99 for a 25 gram ball, and I'm loving it. So
yeah, it's cool. I like the
I think I'm
colors
gonna
so
like
far.
this sweater. I think I'll like it. I made it a little bit bigger because I want to be able to. I want it to be like an oversized, floppy, just everyday lounge thing.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what I was going for. So I'm super excited. I think I'll like it a lot. And I love all the colors. They're not all the colors that I normally would grab, but I think they'll match with everything. They'll go with black, they'll go with brown. will go with everything.
Mm-hmm.
So.
I like it. Very cool.
Yeah.
It's pretty pretty. My last one is one you guys have seen, but it has...
Whoa, you have made lots of
I
progress.
know. It has grown. So, this is my husband's scarf that he got for Christmas, and when he got it for Christmas, it was about that big, and he got it still attached to the yarn. But yeah, so I'm working on it. I promised him I would get it done, so, because he keeps looking at it going, I really like that, and I want to be able to wear it. So,
next fall!
yeah. So I'm getting there. It still has a long way to go, because you do, I think it's something like, god awful, like 12 or 13 inches this way. And then you pick up all of these stitches and do 2 or 3 rows of the solid color, and then 2 rows of this again, and then 2 rows of the solid, and then 2 rows of this, and then you knit this way, so this way now, with the solid color, but you make it as wide as this is, the other way. Right? And it's all garter stitched, my friends. Yeah. But I promised myself I would knit like an inch a week.
That's a good goal.
I'm working on that. Did your children go outside?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I can still hear them.
Okay,
They
good.
locked themselves in Caitlin's
Okay.
room.
Alright, good.
For any of you who are, I don't know what all Joel's going to cut out, but my oldest decided to go play with one of the neighborhood friends, and my youngest was dead set on getting to play, and he's not getting to play. And so there's a huge, if I bolt from my seat at any point,
It could be that
it could be because he went outside. We'll see.
Yeah.
I hope not. But he's figured out how to unlock that top lock.
Oh, joyous.
I know. So now we're going to have to get like an even higher top lock, like the little chain or something. Because he's
Figured out how to do that, huh?
so smart. Yeah. And spry.
Yeah.
That's a great outfit.
That's a good one.
So,
Okay. Vogue. We should talk about Vogue.
we should talk about Vogue.
It was so much fun.
It was awesome. Vogue was a whirlwind.
It was.
Like, we drove out on Friday, and we got to Jackie's house really late. We had
10 or
intended to leave Spokane by 3 o'clock. We didn't actually leave Spokane until, like, what, 5:30? I don't know.
We hit the freeway at like,
At
5:20
5:20
or something like that.
I don't
So,
know.
it's not when we intended it to be.
No, because we had to go to the bank, and we had to go get gas, and then, like, Lydia had to come get me, and then we stopped and got coffee at Indaba, and then, we
Well, and then we were doing fine.
took
Like,
forever to get
the drive was great until we got to the very top of the pass. And then it was raining so hard we couldn't see
People kept
anything.
flying.
They were
just
like 90.
zooming.
Yeah, I finally at one point was like, okay, I'm gonna get behind this semi because
We
I
did.
can't see where the
We can't
lanes
see
are.
anything.
Cars just keep flying past me. There's so much rain, so I got behind the semi and was like, all right, I'm just gonna stay behind here, and we're fine.
And we were going
till
like
he goes off the road.
35, 40 miles
We
an
couldn't
hour,
see.
and people were seriously going at least 60.
Yeah.
And I don't know
So-
how they saw. I don't know how they saw
I don't know.
anything.
It fortunately only rained for about 15 minutes, and
Yeah,
then we were fine.
It wasn't
But-
bad, but
And then coming home, the same thing. Like, it was right at the top of the pass was the worst, and it was kind of that slushy, rainy snow. But other than that, we were fine. But, yeah.
And we totally switched. Like, on the way there, Lydia drove the whole way. And then on the way back, I drove the whole way back. So we both got some good knitting time.
We did.
It was good.
It was. It was nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, we met some of the coolest people at Vogue, you guys. One of my favorite people we met was this artist. Her name is Kelly. I think it's Fleek. It might be Fleck. I'm not sure. She's incredible. She makes these masks and knits these amazing hats. Like they're the hats that Sarah and I are standing in front of in the picture.
Yeah.
And the mask is the blue and kind of silvery looking man that you see. She was so sweet.
So
and
sweet.
We adored her. She was
I-
she was incredible. Sarah got to hear the whole story of how she
It was
makes
an
the masks. and
amazing
stuff.
story. Amazing story of how much she gets to know these people. And I don't know. It was just so moving. I was impressed by how much of herself that she puts in and how much she's able to capture of the individual because it's a very personal experience for her.
Mm-hmm.
her art is very personal. So
Yeah. And the
It
mask
was cool.
that you guys
It was
see,
so cool.
the big one, that's the mask by itself, is actually, was that one her husband?
I don't know if it was her husband or if it was her really good friend.
Yeah, one or the other. So
Uh-huh.
it was modeled after a very special man in her life. It may have been her husband, or it could have been her friend. I don't remember. But she was incredible. So we have actually decided we're going to dye a skein of yarn after that mask and send it to her.
Yep.
Because she said she would love to use it in one of her projects. So,
Which would be cool.
so she was super sweet. I liked her a lot. And we got to see amazing yarn and some
Okay.
of the
There's
coolest,
the coolest
moving
display.
artwork.
Oh, the moving artwork was really
Yeah.
awesome too. These people were in these knitted bodysuits that were attached to this plank. And
So there was no way out of this. I would have been so
I would
claustrophobic.
have been dying. But they
They were
totally
cool.
stuck with it the whole time, and they were awesome. And I mean, yeah, it was
It was
gorgeous.
cool.
And
The dinosaur or the dragon thing.
yes,
It was so
oh my gosh, there was this one gal, and she knit. They're dragons.
Dragons. They're
They're
awesome.
dragons.
She had a water one, and was
Oh
he
my
an ice
gosh.
one? He was an ice one.
They were beautiful.
They were so cool.
So blown away. I was totally blown away. And then some of the displays were so awesome as well.
Mhm.
Like there was one that used this tree and
Pepperberry yarns. They were
Okay.
amazing. They're
awesome
booth was the
display. Like
coolest
I
thing.
was the coolest thing ever. They had this tree and like all of their hand spun was hanging on the branches and it looked like huge weeping willow tree.
It was so cool.
It was so cool.
And you guys, they had the coolest orange couch in their booth that you got to come and like sit on and
was
hang
awesome.
out. It was really cool.
It was really awesome.
I just wanted to go sit and hang out with them all day. They were
totally. Totally.
awesome. And Libby's booth was great. She
Our
was
booth
so
was
cute.
awesome.
Hadley was there, which was the best part.
She's so cute. She was so stinking
Her little
cute.
6-month-old baby, which was great.
Got to come visit.
She has the cutest stinking toms. Okay, guys, they're like pink and turquoise and silver, and they're sparkly little baby toms. Like they're this big.
They're awesome.
They're so cute.
Yep, and we got to meet a bunch of people, like the Knit Crate people. That was
They were
really
awesome.
fun.
They were so cool.
Yes, that was a lot of fun,
And Jane Richmond,
Yeah.
designer of said cowl, was
she was there.
She walked right past us. She had been at Tolt that weekend doing her book signing with her friend.
We got to see her and her group of people that she
Her
had
little
come with.
entourage.
It was so fun. Yeah, I don't know. It was a fun experience. Like, I would say it's probably, I don't know, the runway was cool. I have never actually been to, like, SSK or anything yet. And there is probably, I don't think that they're, I don't know. Anyways, it's probably not as big as some of the other ones yet. But it was really fun.
It was fun.
It was a lot of fun. I would say definitely would want to do it again.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
We also got to meet the Lantern Moon
Yes.
guy who makes needles. And poor Jackie, you guys, I didn't tell you this yet. She called me last night and I was sleeping, so I only got to hear it briefly because she's like, I'll call you later. But she bought a pair of Lantern Moon needles. And
Yes.
for anyone who knows Lantern Moon needles, they are rather expensive. But she'd always wanted to have a pair. She bought them. I think they were $32 for the set of needles she bought. And she's been knitting Taylor's sweater with them.
Yeah.
She broke one of them last night.
How did she break it?
I don't know. Like I said, I didn't get to talk to her very much because I was dead asleep. And she's like, I'm so sorry, I'll call you later, so I haven't talked to her. But yeah, she's like, I broke one of my needles. I'm like, oh no. Like, I would cry. I would cry.
I would cry too.
So I'm going to have to call her and find out. So, poor Jackie. Broke her needles. I don't know how it broke. I don't know. But, yeah. But he was really great. He was very nice. And he's explained a lot of how they make their needles and stuff. It was really cool to hear. So, and the difference between the ones they have. So.
Ooh, and we ran into Barmaid's Lady.
We did! She's awesome. She's so cool.
We got fun stuff, too.
We did.
We went shopping.
We did.
Yeah, so we should show our
We
deck.
should. Right over here.
I got this fun little sample. I got this fun little sample, and it smells really yummy. But the thing that I'm the most excited about, once I dig through all of my stuff in here, oh, here it is. I've been using this face pudding now, and since we've gotten back, this stuff, right here. with the AH added into it, and there's no smell. It does not smell at all. That's all I've used in like 3 weeks now. 2.5 weeks. That's not bad. It is amazing. My skin tone has started evening out, and I'm loving it. Like, I rarely wear makeup now at all. My skin normally, around my nose and my eyebrows, as weird as that sounds, is really, really dry, and the rest gets really oily around this time of year, and I'm not having that problem at all.
That's
I just put it on in the morning. I'm in love with this stuff.
Very cool.
I'm in love with all of her stuff. Let's just be honest.
She's great.
Everything I have tried has been amazing. So,
yes.
face pudding, so worth it.
I also got a little free sample. Mine is kind of cool. So, my parents were total hippies. I loved, They used to burn incense, and it was always the neg champa, and I actually ended up with a neg champa sample, so that
Which
was
is
kind of cool.
It's
and
good
then,
because we would have traded.
Anyways. Because Sarah doesn't like it. And then I got a hand moisturizer. I got Juicy Pear, which I love.
Yeah, that one smells good.
Yeah,
like that
I love
one.
it. But then I also got this. It's called Lolo Oh for Feet's Sake, and it totally looks like deodorant, but it's not. It is for your feet. And it smells like peppermint candies, like the soft peppermint candies. I love it. But it's for your feet. And I have extremely dry feet. Being a dancer, I have horrible calluses and stuff on my feet, but I am not really a sock person. I don't wear them very often. I wear, shoes, sandals and stuff all the time without my socks, and I usually go barefoot in my house, so my feet are always really dry. This has been amazing. My feet are already way softer than they have been in years.
See, now I'm
Awesome.
going to try that too.
This is the coolest stuff ever. So, and my husband's been using it too, just I think because he likes the smell. So, she's awesome. We loved her.
She was so cute.
She was the sweetest.
Honestly, I would say go run. Don't just walk. Go run to
Barmaids.com. She's awesome. Her booth was cute too. She had these little
clown
red
noses.
dots all over it. And I was looking at them, I'm like, they're clown noses. She had taken the little clown nose and stuck them all over her booth.
It was so
cute.
creative.
She was cute. I loved her. She was such a sweetheart. So, Jackie bought barmaid stuff too. I think she got soap.
Hand stuff.
Yeah, hand lotion, moisturizer thing, I think. So yeah, she was one of my favorite booths. We went back to her booth a couple of times.
Yes, so sweet.
Yes, she's a sweetheart.
Run.
Yes.
Go get some more barmaids. She's pretty awesome.
Super sweet.
Yep.
Any other? Oh, we should talk about our Tolt stuff too. So,
oh yeah. Well, I showed my mugs.
She
got mugs.
So I bought this. She bought that. We both got mugs. Mine looks exactly the same. I think mine's a little more spotty, but other than that, they look the same. They have red ones too. They're cute. They have the cutest little shop. They are very heavy. They're ceramic. They have a cute shop. It was very you could totally go in there and feel very chill and at home. They were super sweet. And they're in Carnation, Washington. So if you guys are in the area, you should definitely check them out. I don't know if you guys follow them at all on Facebook. We do. And on Twitter. But she, the owner, earlier this week had a picture of herself sitting on top of a box that had 200 pounds of wool from her sheep, her own sheep, that they were sending to be, milled. I was like, holy. She's sitting on top of the box. She looks teeny tiny on this giant size crate.
She was, I'm pretty short anyways, but she's rather tall gal.
She's taller than both of us.
She looked teeny tiny on top of this box. It's huge.
It's a huge box.
Bigger than my kitchen table huge.
Yeah.
Huge.
Yeah. But they were fun. They were a cute little store. And Jackie goes there a lot now.
He's taking a picture.
Yes. So I think that's all of our Vogue stuff.
Yeah. Oh, we got bags. We got bags too.
We did, yeah.
But I'm using mine for soccer gear at the moment.
These.
Yep.
They were fun. They're the ones you guys saw in the picture.
Yep, we got bags. So that was fun.
It was fun.
Yeah.
We were actually pretty good, you guys. We didn't break the bank. I almost broke the bank. I found this absolutely beautiful natural alpaca that was this gorgeous charcoaly gray color that I was going to buy to make my son his little loafers. It was $52 for this skein of yarn. So I walked away.
You almost bought a basket, too.
I did almost buy a basket.
I have a basket from the farmer's market on my kitchen counter, and she's like,
there was one
basket.
at Toll. Yeah, beautiful, like, hand-woven basket.
It looks just like my basket, only it was it was a little different.
Mm-hmm. I did.
Yeah.
I almost went home.
I thought you were going to cave. I did.
I almost did. Had the one on the floor.
Pulling stuff out of other baskets to, like, look at them.
There was one on the floor that was these beautiful, like, navy blues and creams and kind of like a cranberry color almost, but it was full of a bunch of stuff. Had it not been full of stuff,
I don't know, you were pulling stuff out.
It was.
I thought you were gonna. I thought it was coming home with us. I thought we were gonna have to find a spot for this basket in the car. I thought for sure.
I didn't do it though. I was a good girl. I put it away.
Yeah.
We have questions.
Let's do those next. Yeah.
So, we have two. The first one is from Gail. She wants to know how we adjust our yarn and knitting in the summer / hotter months. Like, how do we change what we knit? For me, I don't knit a lot of heavy stuff in the summer. I tend to knit a lot of quick projects like socks. For me, I'm a shawl knitter in the summer because I can do, fingering weight yarns or even lace weights. But quick things. I knit quick things. I don't tend to knit with heavy stuff.
Yeah.
In the summer. So
well,
that would be my suggestion. Just
it's a hard question too, because here in Spokane, like, we really only have a 1 week during the summer usually of really hot weather. So even our hot isn't
more, but
like as hot as I think some places.
Yeah.
Yeah, I find myself knitting with lace and fingering weight primarily.
Yeah.
I tend to knit with the lighter weight stuff anyways, but I don't know. Yeah, I tend socks, lightweight sweaters. My attention span in the summer is not to focus on charts or patterns, and so I could knit with something that was heavier weight as long as it's not a pattern. I think that's, for me, that's the biggest part. It's not necessarily what I'm knitting with, it's
what you're knitting.
How much attention I have to give it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's very true. I would say that's true of my knitting in the summer as well.
I want to watch the kids play in the pool and run through the sprinkler, and I don't want to have to look at a chart or whatever.
And I'm kind of just, in the summer, I get kind of snobbish about my knitting because I really just want to knit what I want to knit.
Yeah.
I have a hard time participating in some knit-alongs in the summer because I don't want to knit something that has a time requirement.
Time frame.
Yeah.
And
I have a hard time with that.
for me, like, there were a couple years that I really enjoyed that, but it's, I don't know. The more that the years have gone by, I've preferred just to knit whatever in the world I want to knit.
Yeah, me too.
And it might be 30 projects going on at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I would say fingering weight, lace weight, cotton. I want to try cotton this year.
Mm-hmm. Our other question is from Lucy. I will explain this as best as I can, but Lucy, if you want more information, just PM me and I can give you more. She wants to know what are the different bases we offer and what the differences between them are. We offer several bases, actually.
There's a lot.
We have a platinum fingering, which is probably one of our highest yardage ones.
It also has the most nylon content.
Yes, it does have the most nylon. We have our high twist sock, which your question did pertain to that as well. You wanted to know if high twist and high twist sock are the same thing. They are the same thing. We actually have them listed. I think ours says 2-ply high twist because it's a 2-ply yarn. We have our quarter round. We have our 3-ply. We have our 80-20.
Those basically are how many plies of yarn, like how many strands are in one.
We have our Donegal sock. We have our silk sock.
We have Donegal DK, DK 115.
Which the difference between those is the Donegal DK is the tweed. The DK 115 has got more yardage and it's not a tweed. It's 115 grams instead of 100 grams.
Yep.
We have our superwash worsted and our non-superwash worsted. We have our bulky, which we also have in superwash and non-superwash.
We have a lot, and we like to play around and test out new bases too, so every once in a while you'll find a new one, and it just might be something that we've grabbed and played with and thought, this could be fun, let's see how it goes. And so I guess the best thing is that we always give very extensive little bits of info about each yarn in, like, on Etsy, or even on the little tag when you purchase your yarn. Any information as far as the content, the yards, the weight of it, it's all in there.
Also, if you go to the Ohloops page, at
on
the
Rav.
top, on Rav, at the top on the right-hand side that says See Our Yarns, you can click on that and it will show all of the yarns we offer. And if you click on each one, like, it'll show you a few pictures of it, but it'll also give you all of the content for that. So the yardage, the base, you know, all
It'll
that
also
stuff.
show you if there's any projects knit out of it that people have posted.
Yep.
And if they post on Rav. I know I really stink at linking my stuff to anything, but
So
all of that
hopefully-
information's there. So hopefully that answers your question.
And if not, I mean, feel free to PM Sarah and I. We can always answer a specific question if you have one too.
Yep.
So, while we're talking about yarn, we want to tell you guys about the knit along that's coming up.
Yep.
So it's the Christmas in April knit along, and it will start on Tuesday.
Yep.
Yeah, Tuesday, because that's the first. And it's going to be similar to the 365-day stash down, in the sense that you can upload as many pictures of finished objects to the thread that will be created for it, as long as the project you're uploading is something that you're going to knit for Christmas for someone.
Yeah.
So you have to make sure that you include that information. Like, you have to say, okay, this is the person it's going for. Or, like, if you don't have a specific person, just say, you know, I'm intending it, like, this is going in the Christmas bin. But it's basically to encourage all of us to start knitting for Christmas, because a lot of us have expressed that we want to start before November, me included. So yeah, there will be prizes at the end. Like we said, for the 365-day stash down, on New Year's Eve, we're going to just pull a bunch of random things. Well, the Christmas one at the end, so on Christmas Day, or the day after, probably the day after, we will
Let's
do
be
a drawing.
honest, it might even be the week after.
Somewhere around Christmas, there will be a drawing, and you guys are going to win a whole Christmas-inspired Ohloops basket. So what that will entail, we're not 100% sure yet, but it will all be Christmas-inspired. So it'll be fun. So there'll be more details on the thread itself, and that will happen Tuesday.
Yeah.
And then, of course, the designer along is still going. It goes until May. And then in May, we will have our monster along.
Yep.
And we are doing 2 separate things for the monster along. There will be the critters thread, and then the any pattern with monster in the title thread. And there will be 2 separate prizes for each one of those.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
Yeah. And we will have prizes to show you guys for the designer along soon, as well as the monster along.
Yeah.
So.
Lots of fun stuff.
Yes, all kinds of things. Enabling. Do you have any enabling other than what we've shown?
Yeah. I just got my fiber.
It's pretty.
From shoot. Smitten Yarns. There we go. The S was on the tip of my tongue. I'm like, oh. This is Yarn Love Fiber, Joan of Arc Roving. It's 50% merino and 50% tencel. It's 4 ounces, approximately 115 grams. It's called Summer Wedding.
It's pretty.
And it is awesome. And the sheen on it, it's beautiful. So, I now have a ton of fiber. I'm still spinning that same first batch that was supposed to be done at the beginning of March.
That's alright. You'll
March
get
is
there.
over, and I have not finished it. I did, however, get my first little bit of it into a cake.
Yay!
So, yeah. It's in a little cake.
Oh, it's so cute.
That's a quarter of my fiber right there.
So cute.
So, I wound it. We will see from here. I'm hoping to make 3 more of these. And it will... I think I'm going to spin it as a 2-ply to get as much yardage out of it as possible.
Cool.
And then what I end up doing with it, who knows?
It's pretty though. I like it. It looks super cute. And the little cake.
I know, it's really cute, but you can see like where there's some spots.
Yeah,
it's
definitely.
not
Applying it again will.
It's not
a little bit
fun because it's my first one. So see, look at that big old spot right there. Here's another one. But the rest of it looks pretty good. I don't know. It'll probably change again once it gets applied. Who knows? It's all a learning experience for me. But it's fun. Learning lots.
Yeah. I've been able to. Not of the yarn variety though. If I can get it out of my bag, I'm reading a book that I've wanted to read forever. I'm reading, it's called The Distant Hours by Kate Morton, who I have to say probably one of my favorite authors.
Did you check that out, or did you steal it already?
No, I checked it out.
Oh.
I know. You need to read it.
Not check? You should just
Because I was at the library and it was there.
Is it good?
Oh, seriously. Yes.
I own this
so
book.
Good.
I bought this book.
Sarah has this book. We read
4 years ago,
yeah,
and I
her very first book is called The Forgotten Garden. If you guys have not read it, you need to read it.
Yeah.
It is probably one of my favorite books ever.
Yeah. It was
She's
awesome.
amazing. And this is her second book. Yes, this is her second book. She also now has a third one called The House at Riverton, which I haven't read yet.
Ooh, that one just came out too.
This one. So good. She's amazing at doing these like 2-part stories where she'll do one from one time period and then go back to a different time period, but it's like all the same story.
Is she doing it for that one too?
Yes. So this one is about these 3 sisters who live in Middlehurst Castle, and this young girl named Edie finds out that the author of one of her favorite books called The Mudman was the father of the sisters who live in this castle. Well, her mother, Edie's mother, when she was younger, was an evacuee during World War II, and she was sent to live at Middlehurst with the sisters. So Edie is now trying to figure out the story of what happened to these 3 sisters because they're all still at the castle and one of them has lost her mind. So,
Interesting.
it's so good.
I think I made it through like the first 2 chapters, and then Beth borrowed it. That's what happened. And then I haven't read it yet.
You gotta pick it back up. You should totally be reading it right now with me. We should read it together. You should pick it up. I'm on page 190. You should read it.
I should read it with you.
Yes.
So you can talk about it?
Yes! So good! So good. I love her. You guys, truly, honestly, I would start with The Forgotten Garden first. I think, like...
It was so good.
Yeah, amazing. Better than this one still, but this one is really good too.
I gift that book to everybody.
Me too. It's the best book ever. Aside from, of course, my favorites.
I try not to be too pushy on it, but I do find myself like, you need to read this.
We should totally do The Forgotten Garden as a rocka.
That would be really fun. Ooh. That might be...
Ooh. Woohoo! We should do it.
That would be fun.
Ooh, and the colorway from that one, that cover. Oh,
which is awesome, because it has...
peaches and like...
Yeah, maybe you guys won't get to vote for that one.
We might just have to do it. But yes, anyway, so Distant Hours, Kate Morton, read it. Read The Forgotten Garden. If you want to just buy all 3, do The House at Riverton too. So good. Love her.
Or maybe we don't do that one. Maybe we do The House of Riverton and we just give you guys all some ample time to... I don't know.
That could work too. We'll see.
Something.
Yeah, that could be good. Very, very good.
Yeah. Rocket kits are still available, by the way.
They are until the 15th.
Yep. You guys still have some time.
April 15th, they are coming down. Because that's when the next collection goes up in the shop. That's when Disney goes up.
Yep. And that gives me enough time to get things tied up. And
yes, and go out in May.
Yeah.
I think that's all I have. Do you have anything else?
I don't... think so.
Okay.
I don't know.
If
It's
we've
been
forgotten
crazy.
anything, we will try to include it in the next one.
Yeah, we'll try.
It's been a
It's-
long couple of weeks. We wanted to just make sure you guys got to hear stuff and that it got up there.
I know.
Sorry, it's been a crazy
It's been crazy. And I'm working now, so that's been insane.
Well, and Emma started with her new soccer team, so that's been insane. Like, we had 2 games last weekend and 2 games this weekend, and Sarah's had games, but at different times than we've had games, so it's just been...
Well, and then
all
my
over.
games are getting canceled and re-picked back up again.
Mhm.
And, like, one got canceled from the weather, and then another one got canceled this morning. One of our girls broke her wrist and her arm because it was a really awesome game. It was really brutal.
She got hurt pretty bad.
So,
yeah.
One of our girls is in Cabo. I'm so not bitter about that or anything.
With that, though, guys, we have been considering only every other week for a while, just because life has gotten a little crazy. So
And it's going to get crazier in
yeah,
the summer,
we're
too.
thinking that maybe for the summer months, every other week podcasting. So we will let you know for sure, but that's kind of our thought process.
Yeah.
So
especially during soccer season, like I think the main spring, fall, summer, it might just be every other week, and then come winter when there's not nearly as much stuff going on, we'll go back to once a week or something like that.
Yep. So
I think so.
that's it.
Yeah.
So, all right. Have a good week, and we'll see you next time. Bye.